Hi, I'm Fury too. Before I start ranting, if you're here just for the extra content, like the Q&A or some behind the scenes stuff, this video is split into segments on the progress bar. Alternatively, use the timestamps in the description. With that said, however, first I want to thank you all for 5,000 subscribers. It might not be that big of a number overall, but when you take into consideration that I never intended for this channel to get any attention at all, it's crazy. So, a big thanks to all of you who watch my content. And I want to give an even bigger thanks to all of the people who support or have supported me financially on Boosty for giving me the financial support I completely didn't deserve. But I think it's time for me to move on to the more interesting topics, like how my YouTube journey started in the first place. I want to go through most of my videos and the history behind them, as well as how my YouTube channel changed over time. My very first video on YouTube was released around June 22, and it was completely different from my original videos. All it was is an unedited recording of a race from Need for Speed Carbon on my family PC that I was really proud of. The race, not the PC. Technically, that was my first video ever, but it wasn't the start of what my YouTube channel is nowadays, so let's jump ahead a little bit. Before I turned my YouTube channel into what it is now, I made a few more YouTube videos at that time. Be it shitty dirt cinematics, because younger me was obsessed with cinematic race stuff. Especially because of Gran Turismo 5. Or me trying to make more comedy-ish videos on dirt which didn't go anywhere. At the end I made a few bad payday tunings before getting tired of making videos in general, and abandoning the channel for almost a year, spending the time just gaming with friends and studying. Until I finally came back to YouTube. On 10th of March 2024, I uploaded my currently oldest public video, 3 Russians screaming at each other in a little company. Very creative title, my guy. But why the sudden content shift? Originally, me, Sigorkin and Vich never thought of turning our gaming sessions into any kind of content. Until one especially funny Little Company session gave me an idea. So for the next time we played Little Company, I decided to record some of it and edit it into a small clip compilation. As well as trying to use a different editor, this time using Power Director, compared to shitty video pad I was using before, which was completely raping my laptop. Okay, raping is a bad word. Which was completely killing my laptop. And eating up so much space in this cache, like holy shit, it was so bad. Anyways, despite the editor being very glitchy at first and me having very little experience with editing, I finished the video the next day and showed it to Sigorkin and Vich. And safe to say, none of us have ever laughed so strongly. Кто мне, блять, звонит? Что вам надо? So, obviously, I decided to upload it to YouTube, because why not? That is also why I made English subtitles. I didn't find the idea of making Russian content appealing, as I always wanted to be an English YouTuber if I ever had a YouTube career of any sorts. After that video, I realized how much I like making content like that, so I started quickly making more of it. Though the first Little Company video remains to be the most popular one, sitting at around 50 views for a while, compared to the other videos which were around 5 to 20, I'd say. Until one day, I noticed that the view count increased quite a lot. It went from 50 to around 80, then over 100, then kept rising and rising. Me and mainly Sigorkin were really surprised by that. Quickly the video gained over 1,000 views, then several thousand, and in around a month it went from 50 to 10,000. Turns out the video got recommended to a big part of the Clerics viewers, which also means that, in a way, I owe him a thanks for jumpstarting my YouTube career like that. After that, I tried to capitalize on the rise more with more Little Company videos, which worked out really well. 3 Russian idiots scream again in a Little Company gained views really damn fast as well. And I started realizing more and more that there is actual potential to start growing my channel and find a proper audience. The original crew of the channel consisted of me, Sigorkin and Vich. We are all childhood friends since first grade, so it makes sense we'd be fairly close. However, there have been a lot more people that appeared on my channel since then, and I think it's time to talk about them.
Знаешь, что будет очень
Ну,
смешно?
слушай, мне страшно, потому что я один. А ты вообще моя шизофрения.
Saint was the first person to join the crew. In fact, he was the first person at all to reach me out to reach out to me. Saint was the first person to join the crew. In fact, he was the first person to. Why the fuck did you write the script like that? I can't read this shit! In fact, he was the first person ever to reach out to me after finding me on YouTube. Fun fact. I ignored his team request for several weeks because I couldn't even fathom the concept of someone trying to reach me out because of YouTube at the time. So I thought he was just some random guy, like, I don't know, a scammer or some shit. When I did reply to him, he was fairly chill, so I added him on Discord and then invited him to our private Discord server with Sigorkin and Witch. After getting a good first impression of him, along with the fact that he gifted us copies of Little Company, all three of us, as at the time we had to play on a pirated version, he basically secured the place in our crew as the first newcomer. His first appearance on my channel is 4 Russian idiots screaming in Little Company. Saint is loud. Like, really loud. Which in general isn't always pleasant to the ears, but it is great for content, which is why people overall liked him on the channel. Currently he hasn't appeared on the channel much though. Mostly because I've been struggling mentally quite a bit and trying to stick to a closer circle of people, as well as reusing older recordings more often. But hey, he isn't gone. Not yet. I kept making videos consistently after that, with now more success to them, reaching over 1000k pretty often, though it still remained just a small hobby for me. I also started getting much more people who got into contact with me personally thanks to YouTube, and generally they were pretty neat dudes too. So I kept making videos every week as usual, until the first real hit came. Why would it come? Why? 2 Russian idiots laugh at stupid memes was a video that is, in all honesty, really fucking bad. It was made when I was feeling god's awful mentally and just wanted to get out of it ASAP to keep up with the schedule. So you can imagine my surprise when I woke up tomorrow to see it at 7,000 views, a number only my first ever video reached at the time and only after months of being uploaded. I was in shock, to be honest, along with Sigorkin, especially because he was the only other participant in the video. We just kept watching the video gain more and more attention, seemingly not planning to stop until it reached like 45k, where it slowed down finally. Overall, it boosted my sub count from 700 to 1.3k, blasting past the 1k milestone. It was, and still is, insane to me, to be honest. So now, I had many more people on my YouTube, and a lot of them were reaching out to me through Steam and mainly Discord, so what will be the next logical step? After realizing that quite a lot of people wanted to contact me, I started thinking about starting my own Discord server. One of the people who found me through YouTube at the time was Silent. After talking to him for some time and playing Dirt 3 online with him, I found out he used to own a Discord server some time ago and he agreed to help me set up the foundation for my own server. Thanks, Silent. Another person who played a big part in helping me start my own Discord server was Top Headcat, who was an admin for a lot of random Discord servers. He helped me set up the roles and some bots for the server, as well as be an admin for my server too. And with that, it was pretty much ready to open. So I uploaded the Dirt 3 video and a lot more people joined at the start than I expected. Guess me starting the Discord server was a long time coming. Sure, the hope nothing bad happened to it after. The Discord server will slowly rise at the background as my YouTube career. Wow, that sounds really professional. YouTube career! I'm a fucking businessman, baby! I'm a YouTuber! The Discord server will slowly rise in the background as I kept working on YouTube. And all things considered, it was a very cozy place. I met a lot of cool people thanks to it, and I don't regret starting the server at all. If not for it, my life would be completely different right now, and not for the best. And now, with me having contact with a lot of my close viewers, it means that it will be much easier for me to find people I like enough to even invite them into my videos themselves.
Стой! Подожди, ты был? Так, Квазар, можешь за мной пойти на секунду? Квазар, вставай в этот угол.
QUAZAR? Yes, with a Z, not an S. And if I see a single person making a Russia Z joke, you will be hidden from my channel forever and banished to my basement for torture. QUAZAR was the second person to join the Russian Idiot crew. At the time, he was really shy on the Discord server and didn't talk much. But when he did, I just happened to reply here and then. And when I found out he wants to try and play Dirt 3 himself after my video on it, I decided to text him in DMs and help him set it up. After I helped him set up the game, I asked him if he'd be up to play a bit of online right now, mostly as a test for if everything works, and he agreed. Right from the start I noticed he had a really fun vibe to him. Even though he wasn't a big fan of racing games and it was my first time talking to him in VC, it was a blast. So we kept talking basically every day after that. Technically, his first appearance was in Going Insane in Russian Jackbox, but as all of the Discord members in that video didn't get a special subtitle color, and QUAZAR had only a few small moments in the video himself, same as others, his first proper appearance was 5 Russians developed trust issues in Lockdown Protocol. QUAZAR is a really fun guy. Even if you ignore my personal friendship with him, content-wise he still fits the crew really well. To the point where I broke my rule of no more than 4 people in the squad for him. Like Sigorkin, he also has great comedic timing and is fun in general. Currently, QUAZAR is the newest and last member of our Russian Idiots crew, and it likely won't change anytime soon. While a fair amount of people appear and will appear on my channel, the main circle will remain small, as I wanted to still have that cozy, friendly vibe. After another new member to the crew, I kept making videos as usual. Though with school and other troubles taking a toll on my mental health and videos becoming harder to edit due to me wanting to put more effort into them, it became increasingly harder for me to keep a weekly upload schedule. So after the changed video, I went on a nearly 1 month break before uploading another video. And with my mood getting even worse, I disappeared for over 3 months before new video would be released. Along with me testing uploading music for the first time, I uploaded Sigorkin's Ultra Kill playthrough. That video is my longest one to date and it was such a pain to edit. I was feeling like shit, had no motivation and had many other things going on IRL. It took me over a month to finish that video. Ouch! And then I went on another 2 months break. Yeah, this really wasn't the best time for me, was it? The next video I uploaded is the one that is likely the reason for a lot of you watching me right now. Multinational Lethal Company Shenanigans. It features me, Sigorkin and a certain someone I'll talk more about a bit later. Despite the slow rise at first, this video blew up. My sub count went from 3k to hitting 5k, leaving me unprepared for a milestone video yet again, thanks to my laptop breaking. And the video is sitting at 92k views at the time of me writing the script. I don't have anything to even say about that view spike. I understand why it happened, but still. You could say it was fucking insane. After that I tested the waters with uploading music further with a song me and Witch made. And then a video of me and QUAZAR watching more memes from half a year ago, which is currently my latest video. Some of you might have noticed me skipping out on one detail. Where did the Discord server go after its start? What happened to it? Well, it kept slowly rising over time. 50 members became 100, 100 became 200, and I think at one point I had over 300 members, I don't really remember that. Well, I still liked the place, I made one crucial mistake. I did not prepare any moderation for it at all. It was manageable at first, but as the server grew further, it became harder and harder to keep a watch on it. There were quite a lot of problematic people, and seeing as I was the only proper moderator, the server started taking a big toll on my mental state as well. To the point where during one of my breakdowns I deleted the server. And though I do miss it a bit, it did put a lot of weight on my shoulders during its lifetime. Maybe I'll reboot the server in the future, but only when I'll be ready and get the proper moderation for it. But let's talk less about me and more about everyone else on my channel who helped me make it into what it is nowadays. Well, I am the main person behind this channel and I do all the editing here. This channel wouldn't exist if not for everyone else here. As first mentions of course go to Sigorkin and Vich. It was the three of us when it all started and it's still the main core of our crew even with other people around. QUAZAR and Saint are the other two I have to mention of course, as they're still a big part of the crew and appear in a lot of videos of mine. There have also been a few people that only made a passing appearance on my YouTube channel, those being Silent, the person who helped me set up the Discord server foundation, and the person from Two Russian Idiots Left to Drive, Barking, as well as some other people from my Discord server, who made a small appearance in Going Insane in Russian Jackbox, Vendigo, who appeared in a Russian Little Company clips to watch at night, as well as being included in a lot of unreleased footages I have. Coffee Demon, who appeared in Russian Little Company clips to watch at night, alongside with Vendigo. And of course Wolfie, a long-time fan of mine who also made an appearance in multinational Little Company shenanigans. And instead of stopping and just giving them a mention, how about they say whatever they want to say to you, the viewers? Привет, мистер Сигоргий. Хочешь сказать что-нибудь нашей прекрасной, любимейшей аудитории?
Ну... Так.
Быстро, блядь, что ты сказал? Говори, сука, пока я тебя не застрелил нахуй в твой затылок! Блядь, что мои соседи подумают? Что мои соседи?
Я забыл, что я хотел сказать. Так, а мне типа на английском?
Не, на
русском,
каком хочешь, на
как
каком
вообще?
хочешь, на каком хочешь.
I have one important question to your everyone. And so choose wisely. Ну типа, блять, выбирайте мудро. Я не знаю, как это на английском произносится. This question is Pepsi or Coca-Cola or big
Нет.
sweet
Нет.
dick of your father.
Это откуда пришло?
Balls. Choose wisely.
Надо говорить что-то угарное или...
Ну что хочешь, буквально что хочешь, говори. Если хочешь что-то серьезное, если хочешь что-то... Что хочешь, говори.
Итак, на этом канале я вообще с самого его создания, с самого первого видоса. И, сука, меня никто не знает, все. Я вас очень люблю, всем пока, там, так далее. Вы меня уже заебали с этим. Типа, я с самого начала создания канала здесь сижу. Я в самом первом видосе был, и в других. Я столько идей предлагал, в итоге меня никто не знает. Я помню, был когда сервер, я там смотрю, а там вообще никто не хз, кто такой Вич. Вот. Но так, канал крутой.
Спасибо. Если у тебя есть что-то, буквально что угодно, что ты хочешь сказать зрителям, вообще, любое, то сейчас твое время.
Мог сказать зрителям, то, что все огромное за поддержку там этого канала. Это, в общем, бля, я не знаю, как поддерживать. Ой-ой-ой.
Ты сегодня не с той ноги встал?
Не, я только проснулся.
Что можно сказать? Так. Что я могу сказать? Спасибо всем людям за то, что смотрят видео, наверное.
Потому что... Я не знаю, что сказать, мне стыдно. Эти люди... Так. Спасибо всем большое за то, что вы смотрите видео с этого канала, потому что вы таким образом вдохновляете нашего человека хорошего, чтобы он делал больше видео, потому что он все еще держит нас всех закрытыми в подвале.
Подвала уже нету, не актуальная информация. Что, последние слова? Пока я тебя не запер снова в
Последние
подвале.
слова. Не. Короче, все сказал. Все сказал. Нет, все, я
Хорошо, спасибо.
Приветствую подписчиков. Если честно, общение в эфире вообще это одно из лучших, что я повстречал за долгое время. Это достаточно приятный, интересный человек, с которым интересно общаться. Во-вторых, контент хоть и не обширный, хоть и не совсем популярный, но достаточно интересный. Так что подписывайтесь, прожмите лайк.
Люди подумают, что я тебя проспонсировал или что-то.
Да, это гениально. Нет, я просто не знаю, что мне сказать. Я был не готов, я-то не думал, что прям настолько.
Знаешь, я думаю, я знаю, что я скажу. Я просто хочу как-нибудь сказать, что типа оставайтесь на канале, я буду этому долбоёбу помогать.
Ну тогда вот, последние слова, перед тем, как я запись вырублю.
А, стоп, это все было на записи? Фак. Ну, блять, я попробую морально поддерживать этого фембоя, чтобы он выпускал вам видосы.
Спасибо.
Короче, я был рад поучаствовать в канале, рад был поучаствовать в развитии комьюнити, вот, на сервере и, в принципе, в YouTube. Поэтому, да, всех люблю, целую, очень как обычно. Вот. И просто очень рада, что наше комьюнити продолжает расти, людям нравится это все дело. Вот.
Any words for the beloved audience of ours that is likely 90% from that one little company video of ours?
Well, I just got off the couch just for this. It's important that I mention it. So yeah, I'm half asleep, I don't know what to say. You guys are awesome. Or pawsome, because I'm a furry and I have to do paw puns. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Any last words before you are going back into my basement?
It's very fun in this basement. We definitely have enough food and water down here. Please help.
Now that's that, so let's shift the attention from the people behind the channel to you, the people watching it.
Let's win this one.
Around a week ago, I asked you guys to ask me a single question about whatever you want in the community tab. You guys sure asked me some interesting stuff, some more than others. So I'll stop wasting time and get to the questions now. Peanut asks 3 questions for the Q&A. 1. Any plans for other types of feature content? Reviews, GeoGuessr type things, other random stuff. I did think about it a bit, especially maybe something speedrun related, as I speedrun quite a lot of Dirt 2, as I've been taking a break from it. But it wouldn't fit on my channel at all, and generally if you want to actually be successful with YouTube, once you find your niche you need to stick with it. 2. Have you ever seen a wild hamster? If you have, did it become enraged that you exist within 100 meters of itself? Thankfully, especially thankfully if that's actually how they react, no, I have not seen a wild hamster. Did I even see a pet hamster? I actually have no idea, dude. I don't think I did. 3. How many magnets are on your fridge door? 0. Get fucked. Снайтл спрашивает, что послужило причиной начать снимать видео в этом формате? В основном, как я говорил в начале видео, это было из-за того, что я никогда не находил идею делать чисто русский контент, русскоязычный, особо приятный. Неприятный, а, блядь, какое бы слово подобрать? Как это, сука, слово на русском говорится? Блядь, типа appealing. Привлекающий, во. Не казалось привлекающей идеей. Veloxy asks, will you become a VTuber, or a PNG-tuber at least, or a regular streamer? Why? And how many stuffed sharks do you want? About the VTuber part, I would be lied if I said I didn't think about it here and then. Because first it will be interesting to see my prodigy avatar as a proper VTuber avatar or even a PNG tuber. But also like I don't really have any reason, so I don't stream or anything. So I also thought about that as well. And in normal videos I don't think a PNG tuber or especially a VTuber would have any purpose. So I just don't think it will work well for my current content. And also about the stuffed sharks. 27.5. Opareds asks, or Zero Pareds, whatever. What inspired you to start making music? And is it a certain band, artist, or video game? If so, could you name either of? I didn't have a clear inspiration when I started making music. I like a lot of various artists, but none were the reason for me to start making music. The closest there is to that is a YouTuber named Sandwich. He makes Kasane Teto covers for a lot of Ultra Kill songs, and I remember seeing him upload his first original song on YouTube. I guess it made me a little bit inspired at the time, like I could probably make something like that myself. Well, obviously not to that quality, but in general. But it wasn't the main reason. I didn't really have much of an inspiration. Sorry for the disappointing answer. Frogos asks, when is the Rainworld video To be honest, I have no clue what to ask, so I ask this. How do you not lose motivation to keep uploading and stuff? You think I don't? I'm sorry if that sounded rude, god, that was very mean. While I did have a weekly upload schedule for a while, with my content getting better and life becoming harder, it became more difficult to keep it up, to the point where I will disappear for months and months. So I would really argue with you about not losing motivation. It's more like I don't lose it forever, I just lose it permanently, especially if I have troubles IRL. Ireso asks, what are your thoughts on the hit game by Among Us? Cleust and Kelpie as 1B ask, what prompted you to create a YouTube channel and что тебя сподвигло на выпуск роликов? Basically the same questions. If we count the very first videos, it was basically just fuck it, why not? Because I knew there was no purpose to them at all, but I still liked making them. So I just kept doing it. It's fairly similar to me starting the Russian Idiot kind of content, because I still didn't expect to get any attention. I guess I just used it as an archive for me and my friends gaming to watch back and see all the funny stuff that happened, with some occasional proper editing here and there. Black the Fury asks, how are you such a awesome person? Oh, for fuck's sake, not the second time! Phantom Wolf for real asks, what's your favorite game, meme, show of all time? This is really close to being 3 questions at once, but sure. For the game, my easily the most favorite one is Colin McRae Dirt 2. I played it for probably like 5 or 6 years now, which, considering I'm not that old, is a big part of my life. I also speedran a lot of that game, like a lot. And I'm just a big fan of the Dirt series in general. Close seconds would be games from the Devil May Cry franchise and the Yakuza franchise. For memes, it's also really hard to pick a favorite one, but I do have one in mind that I might count as my fully favorite, just because of how fucking stupid it is. QUAZAR. Wait a second. QUAZAR9577 asks, what laptop do you use? I use a Dell G15. I'll show the specs in the video if I won't forget, surely I won't forget. It's not exactly the most powerful laptop, but it does the job, though editing can be a pain sometimes. Actually, it's a pain almost all of the time, but still. Maxwell Cat, fuck is that name? Maxwell Cat Alfong asks, Привет, glad to know you're getting 5k subs soon. Consider the Q&A, I am gonna ask. Can I ask you a question? No, fuck you. God, I really should stop being so mean. Ginger Condiment 1058 спрашивает, что нужно, чтобы стать фембойчиком и завести такого же друга? А шаг 1, не рожайся в России. Это руинит все твои шансы. Шаг 2... Шаг 3, Profit. Goose Hog asks, do you have best furry emoji ASCII like uwu? I would probably go with the classic :3, but honestly I might prefer the bottom slash :3. It's like a stressed cat face, because I always feel like shit and I think it fits me better. Мочегони 8177 спрашивает. Ну, не то что спрашивает, но прилагает. Может, запишешь видос, как вы смотрите с другом, друзьями, фильм, сериал, кино, мульт. Думаю, многим было бы интересно хоть раз увидеть от тебя такой контент, и тебе будет менее напряжно его делать. Я не поспорю с последней частью, то что он был бы менее напряжный. Разве что субтитры было бы боль делать, но терпимо. Я на самом деле даже думал иногда что-то такое сделать, но... Я, во-первых, даже не знаю, что бы мы смотрели, а во-вторых, я не люблю реакт-контент совсем. Мое единственное исключение — это видосы по мемам, и то в последних двух я пытался использовать мемы, которые мне люди отправляли, чтобы это не было так дешево, потому что реакт-контент — это фигня полная. Gook asks, or Gook Edge asks, when did you start working on YouTube? What videos brought you to the main audience? Can you tell us a little about yourself? How many languages do you know? My guy, one question, please. Okay, can you tell us a little about yourself? Hi, I'm 32. I'm a 15-year-old Russian fanboy who makes stupid content on YouTube with him and his friends. I like racing games and beat 'em up and slasher games. I also have a big interest in racing IRL, so I didn't get much of a chance to actually do any of it, except some karting. I actually went on a kart race like 1 week ago and it was such a blast. Fuck, what else do I say? I mean, surely that's enough, right? Yeah, sure, I think it's fine. Вендиго говорит, вопросов нет, просто пожелай тебе хорошего дня. Спасибо. I'm Rock Lol asks, Lobster Enthusiast asks, that's a nice nickname by the way. Sorry for if this question is too personal, you don't have to answer it, but still, are you actually gay? Yes, I am. I can't speak as much for most of the other Russian idiots, at least not all of them, but I will be surprised if like almost everyone here is gay. Blake not located asks, curious, what's your favorite video you've done on the channel and why? I would probably go with the multinational little company shenanigans because I tried really hard with the editing. The dynamic between me, Sigurkin and Wolfizar is fucking awesome. And the video performed really well too, which is a nice bonus. Tesla the Protogen asks, why Space Toaster? If this question means something like why a Protogen, then the answer is because they're fucking awesome. Because they're fucking cool. I like Protogens, they're really cute and... They're cute. Шат GPT спрашивает, как ты впервые познакомился с серией Dirt? У меня была третья плойка еще с детства. Наверное, на года 4. Ладно, может не 4, но 6 лет, я думаю, точно была. И где-то около 8 или 9 лет, я думаю, я начал интересоваться играми там. В основном я играл в GTA 5, что я не думаю, мне можно было в таком возрасте. И так раз одной из игр был Dirt. Особенно второй Dirt стал одной из тех игр, которая меня никогда не наскучивает. Я могу от нее отдыхать несколько месяцев, но я всегда к ней возвращаюсь. Она просто настолько мне приятна по душе и приятна для игры. Вообще охуенная игра. Ну и остальные игры в этой серии тоже хороши. Третий тоже очень хороший, но он не такой веселый, как второй. Четвертый среднячок, если я буду честным. И Showdown очень необычный, но это как более дешевая версия Shoutout, если честно. Егорник asks, how long have you been making music? I'd say around 6 months. Yeah, probably around half a year. And well, obviously I did improve a lot from my start. I still have a lot of ways to go. I barely know music theory and it's kinda hard to get motivation to make music sometimes, so yeah. What W asks, if you could pick a sound to play every time you walked into a room, what sound would it be? Oh, I was waiting for this one. If we're answering seriously, it will be one of the menu sound effects from Dirt 2, probably something like this. But if we're being less serious and more hee-hee-ha-ha here, my pick would probably be... I think it will be funny if like it was just a fucking full volume. Yeah. I think that will be really fucking funny. God, everyone will hate me for it. I mean, not like I'm supposed to answer this question seriously, so I think it's fine. I think it counts. Нарезки Сельди and Blayfair ask, why English auditory? Why did you start making videos targeted for English speaking audiences? Again, like I said before, I didn't find the idea of making Russian language content appealing. Casual German gamer 420 asks, when is the SCP-SL video coming? You all mentioned it in a Discord memes episode and I've been waiting ever since. I'll be honest, I literally don't remember. I don't remember it at all. I'm sorry. VPivo asks, hi, how are you? Awful. Maxer's default one asks, why do they call it oven if you off in the cold food off out hot eat the food? Fuck, that's a good question, dude, I don't know. And with the Q&A done, this shall be it for everything I wanted to talk about in this video. As I'm finishing writing the script, I'm getting a feeling this video will turn out to be much longer than I was planning originally. And yes, past me, it is much longer. That's what she said. We'll see how long it will be, I guess. But right now, either way, thank you all so much for the new milestone and overall support. It helps me keep going. With that said, thanks for watching and see you next time.